All right, Panther fans, we got victory cigars. We have a shootout win. The two of the most rarest wins for the Panthers back to back. A shutout and then a shootout with Barkov. when Barkov came, I said, "Oh no, it's Barkov." And sure enough, he proved me wrong in beautiful style. Stu, how we doing this morning?
Tired, but
Yeah.
happy.
Yep.
Um, I guess that goalie never saw Barkov's patented one-hand backhand move, but
Right.
what an ugly game. Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful. And
I
look,
mean, why couldn't we have like the 10 o'clock game where we score 9 goals, and
right.
at least it's exciting because we can't wait for the next one to be scored. But
Right. Oh, that was it was I was live streaming that. Okay. I mean, there's another icing. Oh, we iced
did you
it
see
again.
me? Did you see the comments I made when I popped in and out?
I saw one time when you popped in and said to make sure that you that I read the text. But if the game is on, I don't see the comments. I only see it like during the commercials and stuff.
I was getting pissed because you and I text during the game, and I had my texting partner disappeared on me because he's doing his freaking live stream, having fun with his subscribers, trying to build his channel, and here Mr. Selfish doesn't get his answers. And anyway, I cannot believe that we actually. I mean, here's a team with 4 key guys out. Their goalie's out.
Yeah.
Kemp goes out.
Right.
We get this guy who hasn't played since 2017.
Yeah.
And we make him look like Marty Burdell.
Somebody called him Patrick Wong on the stream.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, look. We certainly missed Bennett last night. That's for sure. When Bennett is out, you definitely notice a palpable difference. And Brunette, he really mixed up the lines. After the first period, he mixed up the lines. Obviously, he put Barkov with Huberdeau.
That was the smart. Obviously, I kept texting to you. Why is Lundell not starting the game?
Right.
Centering Huberdeau and Duclair, because that's what he did before, and he did a great job.
Right.
But I guess Bruno woke up and figured we have no offense, and that was I like that move even better, putting Barkov, Huberdeau, and Duclair. You can't miss with that.
No, I know.
Well,
and then Spencer Knight, obviously.
We'll get to him.
Okay, we'll get to Spencer.
We'll get to him. So obviously we had no 5-on-5 offense. We scored on the power play.
Yeah, no, it was
obviously, we've been getting power plays in just about every game now. And
right.
I still don't like, the way they move it around and don't shoot enough. I'd love to see 5-6 shots every power play, but I guess that's not gonna. I mean, look what happened with Vancouver.
Right.
Their first power play, their first shot gets deflected by two guys and goes in. So you never know.
No. Well, and I mean, I have noticed a couple of little changes. They like we've talked about. They've put Duclair in that middle spot where they used to have Dadonov. And if they're not passing it to him, that is opening up a little bit of extra space for Barkov and Huberdeau there on some of those points. But it was just like you said, it was a boring. If I wasn't doing the stream, I'm sure I would have been dozing. You know what I mean? It was not an entertaining hockey game whatsoever. And you could see it, especially there in the overtime, being on the back-to-backs. I mean, those guys, I think they were literally just skating around with the puck trying to get to the shootout because they didn't want to have to get caught skating back because they were toasted. They were pretty exhausted.
Randy made it, made the comment like that this last night's game was good for the team because we haven't had too many, if any, of these types of 2-to-1 shootout games.
Right.
And they've what we've been used to lately is all these routes and to play. I'm not going to say it was a defensive game. It just, I don't know. On to the next one.
Right.
But,
So now
so let's get to the Spencer Knight.
let's get to Spencer Knight. Right. Neither one of us is barely awake at this point anyway.
Yeah, I had my coffee, so it just goes to show you I haven't had it yet.
Yeah.
But he was phenomenal from the opening whistle.
Yep.
Spencer Knight that we've, come to know and love in the zone, making the key saves. Obviously, he can't be faulted on the goal that they scored.
No.
Double deflection. I mean, look at the replay. He's staring forward. He doesn't even have a clue where that.
Yeah, no. I mean, the puck was just bouncing around like pinball. Now the one save, I don't know if you watched the recap because I talked about this. The one save that he did make in the first period, everybody was giving him credit for. If you rewind the tape all the way, Spencer had the puck behind the net, and he passed it to the defenseman, and he banked it off of his skate, and that's how Vancouver got control of the puck. That led to that beautiful toe save that he made. And because I've been talking about it on the stream, like, oh, there he goes, he screwed it up. Possession is going to end up bad, and then sure enough, he had to make that beautiful save. So, it's good that he made the save, because if they rewind the tape all the way, his puck handling behind the net still. Get that kid a smaller stick or something. There's definitely that's the one thing. If he was working, playing in the AHL, if he was getting 2-3 games a week, he'd be able to work on that, because you can't really simulate that in practice. You know what I mean? You can have guys coming at him and everything, but it's not going to be like a real game where you never know if he's going to get knocked into or nothing. But other than that, and the shootout, he a couple of guys deked, and he didn't bite, and he stuck with him the whole way. And I was not expecting that. Once they got that first goal on him in the shootout, I thought, geez, this is going to end quickly. But Barkov came through in the shootout finally, and I can't believe we're surprised about that.
Dude, I think the Lundell move was even better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
My takeaways from last night is this: we definitely miss Forsling.
Yes.
And it just reinforces what I've said. He is our most solid defenseman. Take him out of the lineup, it just screws everything up, because then you got the combos all messed up, and Kerstead and Carlson are not the answer. We need a much better defenseman. So right. I would imagine if I saw it, you saw it,
I mean, Carlson wasn't bad, but Kierstead, they barely put him out there on the ice.
I caught him with at least 2 blind passes that ended up, backhand blind passes that Vancouver.
Carlson or Kierstead?
Kierstead.
Okay. Yeah.
And Carlson, I'm just telling you, after, I don't know, he played pretty good for a few games there, but right. Obviously Levy was playing decent, but I would feel better if we had a higher grade of defensemen,
right,
rounding out our
right,
our half dozen there.
Yes,
Montour's a beast.
Welcome to the Jaws and Stew show, where even though we just allowed 1 goal in 2 games, we will find a way to complain about the defense anyway.
Yeah, no,
No, but you're not wrong. Look, I said it yesterday. You're not wrong. We got both of those teams got goalied. You know what I mean? Both teams got goalied by our guys. So that was really good, because somebody in the stream before the game said he was kind of feeling like, Spencer should be down in the AHL because he's kind of becoming a liability. Now, I agreed with the part where, if we had a like a Drieger like last year, Spencer could use some more playing time. You know what I mean? But I wasn't ready to call a kid a liability just yet. And I actually said, let's give it this game, because I know it's been up and down, but let's see if he could maybe, kind of regain his form a little bit. And when you know it, sure enough, last night, that was the Spencer we know. That was the kid that we know.
So check this out. At 1:36, I tweeted this. The Florida Panthers are the first team in the NHL to get to 60 points, actually 61. Nice to see the Cats with sole possession of the top spot in the league standings. And I tagged NHL Network, Kevin Weeks, Mike Rupper, Bill Lindsay, Mike Kelly, who's the guy that Billy was telling us was the guy that predicted the Panthers were going to win the cup. Jamison Coyle, who hosted on the fly. And then I hashtag Florida Panthers, we win the cup. So I've already gotten Kevin Weeks and Jamison Coyle to like that tweet.
Good. I'm sure once Billy logs on, he will.
I'd like to see, I would love to see 100 likes on that one. I don't know where all my 859 followers are. They should be liking that tweet.
Well, 1:30 in the morning might have something to do with that.
61 points, man. Who would think it?
Yeah.
But listen, as I tweet, I sent you the same text that I tweeted. It was ugly, but a win's a win, and it's 2 points. And at the end of the day, unless you're totally dissecting, the schedule game by game and how we won each game, it still shows up as a win.
Yeah, so what are we, like 10-1-1 since we came back or something? I mean, something crazy like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all right. That's good. That's on a better pace than for the magical rainbow beginning that you had wanted at like 20-3-5. We're on a better pace than that again.
Dude, we came close to what I predicted.
I know. Yeah, and look, I mean, we nitpick about the defense and everything, but for the regular season, these guys just continue to show that, they can turn it on and win one way or another, regardless of who's out of the lineup. That's what I'm trying to say. Thornton last night, there was one play, and he usually doesn't get caught like this. It's the first time I've really seen it, but he had like a board battle around our blue line, and then the Canucks player got the puck and started skating away from Joe, and Joe was chasing him. And in 2 strides, the dude was like half the rink away from Joe. It was so bad.
Yeah, no, I saw that too. It reminds me of Yager in the Islanders series.
Yeah.
These guys are 42. Let's just face it.
Right.
As good as they are, and they can still play the game.
Yeah.
They can't keep up with a 20, 21, 22-year-old kid. All of these kids are fast.
Yeah.
So what scares me looking at the standings, it's not Tampa that scares me. It's Carolina that scares me.
Carolina. Yeah, didn't they? Well,
Carolina's got, I think 3 or 4 games in hand.
Oh.
And they have 57 points.
Oh. And we've beaten them twice, right?
We have a goal differential of 50, and they have 47.
Jeez. Well,
so I still say it's going to be Panthers, Colorado in the finals.
Right.
And I think it's going to be Carolina Panthers
in the Eastern Conference Finals.
In the conference finals.
Yeah.
That's my prediction. But getting back to the defense, I think Zito's got to make a move and just, strengthen the back end a little bit for the playoffs.
Well, let me give you a little bit of humor this morning. This is true humor though. And I saw Frank left a comment on this video as well. There's a hockey guy, I don't know, 20, 30,000 subscribers. I forget the name of the channel, bigger guy. And he does like hypotheticals and the long story short is, there was some talk amongst some media members and everything about what it would take to get Chychrun. And this kid made and he got killed in the comments. This kid made a video talking about, you're sitting down, right? Talking about Knight, Lundell, and a first for Chychrun.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this the other day.
Yeah.
And, the guy's definitely looking for some laughs.
Right. I mean,
I don't know anybody that would take that one seriously.
no. If
But we'll see. We'll see. It's a month. It's almost 2 months away. I'd like to
right.
see it happen sooner than later to get
Yeah.
him acclimated or
Right.
whoever it's going to be. I really don't want any other player, to be honest with you.
No, you're not interested in Sherrod?
I just I don't know. Again, I'm for sentimental reasons. I want
Right.
Chiprin because he's from Boca Raton, and the whole thing.
Right. Right. No, I know.
But he's a lefty shot. He's real mobile.
It gets to where long term.
I just see a better fit there.
Right.
And maybe it is because he's a Florida boy, and his dream is probably to play for the Panthers one day.
Right.
His father's on the broadcast team. There's a lot of reasons.
Right.
But yeah, that's the big question mark for me right now is, is Zito going to pull the trigger? And it's funny because just a week ago I was saying, oh, we're okay. Everybody's playing good, but after seeing the last two games with Carlson and Kierstead, I don't think they're up for the challenge. Ulevy, was starting to play good.
Right.
So obviously not having Forsling in there,
yeah, that's big.
Made it doubly worse. But both guys, and mainly Kierstead, and probably because he's a rookie and
right.
he's young. They just look nervous, and you can't be nervous when you're an NHL defenseman. It's like they just, instead of just taking the sale, like the beauty of Lundell is he doesn't panic with the puck.
Right.
He gets the puck and then he looks around and decides, what's the best move.
Right.
These two guys just can't wait to get rid of the puck just so they don't.
So they're not responsible.
So the camera's not, the spotlight's not on them making a mistake.
Right. No, that's about it. So, all right, bud. Unless you got more, it was a short and sweet. Short and sweet. The game, there was a whole hell of a lot to talk about. We got Sunday, the Kraken. So we'll see Bobrovsky again, and that's got to be. I'm not even playing monkey games because they beat us last time. That's got to be 2 points. That's a bad team. That should be 2 points.
Yeah, listen, Vancouver was a bad team.
Yeah, but
Calgary was a bad team. I don't know where Winnipeg is in the standing, but
look at the standings. But Vancouver is 18-18. They're mad, but they weren't really bad. If you look at Seattle's record, the team is bad.
Yeah,
bad.
No, Seattle's in the Seattle's in the cellar. That's a must 2 points. Right. That's a 4-5-6-0.
Yeah.
That's a and I bet you Drieger's going to be in net. So, that's got to be an offensive barrage.
Right.
And, not so much that they beat us and they took the record away from us and whatnot. We played like crap that night.
Yeah.
But Bob's going to have 2.5 days of rest.
Right.
And, we've now won two in a row on the road. And we'll have some rest. Yep. And there's no reason not to win that game.
No, that's a very, very, I'm not going to say easy, but it's a very the expectation is 2 points should not be in doubt. So just got to start off a little bit better.
I think we said before they went on the road, I said they had to win at least 3 games.
Yeah, we were hoping for 3-1-1.
Yeah.
Right. So
or 3-1. Yeah. Right. Obviously I'd like to see us take, 4 out of 5. That would be nice. But
we have the Jets on Tuesday, right? It's Winnipeg. Yeah. All right. So they're winnable games. If we were going to drop another one, I think most likely it would have been one of these two, the second of the back-to-back on the road, those are never easy. So
yeah, we can't lose to Seattle again.
No, that cannot happen. That cannot happen, especially on a Sunday, man. Not on a Sunday. So
we got some help from Anaheim last night, surprisingly.
Oh, that's right. I
watched on the fly twice because I couldn't believe it the first time. But if you go on YouTube and watch Anaheim Tampa highlights, Vasilevsky played like crap last night.
Really?
Oh my God.
He's
He
prone.
looked awful.
Well, he has those games every once in a while.
They scored well. He had him against us, but
Right.
you know, at least we look good. I mean, you should see some of the goals he gave up last night.
Yes.
But I'll take it.
Yeah. No, anything that helps us in the standings, you know, home ice is gonna be it for us. And I know what you're saying about Carolina. Yeah, no interest in a game 7. We just have to beat them game 6. That's all. We just beat them game 6 at home and don't even get to game 7.
We just have to win the division. You know, they're all talking about Colorado and how Colorado's the best team and how Colorado's going to win the President Cup. And I don't hear anybody, you know, coming back and saying, but what about the Panthers?
Right.
I think, you know, they're all thinking it's a foregone conclusion, you know, that you know, Colorado is, you know,
right.
Basically like us, only better.
Yeah. Well,
we haven't gotten that, you know, we've gotten more respect, but we haven't gotten that level of respect where they're talking about both of us in the same on the same level.
We got to win around.
I predicted before, you know, I predicted Colorado and the Panther final.
Yeah.
Because at the time it was 2021 and it was the 25th anniversary of the 96 final.
Yeah.
Which is now, you know.
I predicted the Islanders to win the cup.
Yeah, I know. Look how far that went. Oh, so Clark Gillies passed away.
Oh, geez.
Which was a real bummer. That was announced during the game, and I posted something on Twitter about some of my Gillies stories.
Yeah.
Some I can, well, most of them I can't.
Most of them you can't tell.
I can't tell publicly, so I'll have to tell you. But you know, when I was a stick boy, now he was only 3 years older than me, and as most of those guys were.
Right.
So you know, when I was a stick boy and hanging out with them, he was a presence. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
He was. I called him the Bear. Because he was a big guy and built solid and good looking. You know, this guy was like a chick magnet.
Yeah.
But so in the summertime, you had the Potvin brothers, Nystrom, Gary Howitt, Gillies, Bob Bourne, Billy Smith, sometimes J.P. Parisi and Andre Solaran would be around. Oh, Lorne Henning. So I was Lorne Henning's double partner. So the guys would skate in the morning.
Right.
And if they needed, you know, a body,
right,
they would just look at me and go, suit up.
Suit up.
You know, I had my own set of Islander gear, and you know, that was one of the perks of, you know, working for them.
Yeah.
That I got a pair of skates and, you know, Islander pants and, you know, sticks and whatever. But, you know, and of course I'm 15, 16 years old and I'm, you know, just starting my, you know, my high school career, and I'm really not that great. Although I was good in roller hockey, you know, trying to do it on ice skates and keep up with these guys.
It's different.
So, you know, but it was a lot of fun because I got to shoot on Billy Smith, you know, a Conn Smythe winner. I got to play with all these guys, and, you know, these are memories that are burned in my brain. Anyway, so in the morning, they would do the ice, you know, the hockey stuff. And then in the afternoon, after lunch, we'd all go, because it was a place called Racket and Rink. So anybody from Long Island that's watching this video, the place was in Farmingdale. And so on one side you had the ice, and then on the other side you had the tennis courts, Racket and Rink.
Right.
So, you know, we used to have tennis games in the afternoon, and it was so funny because Gillies used to, you know, hit the ball 100 miles an hour, but it would be out all the time.
Right.
Like out by a mile.
Right.
And he would F this and that. that's just one story, but there's other stories, and I've shown you the picture of
Yeah.
the alumni game in 2001, where I got, after all of those years of not seeing these guys, I was the unofficial trainer for the night. So
Right.
I get, I was working the door and stuff and behind the bench, but the best was in the locker room, with Bossy and Nystrom and Gillies and whatnot, and just reminiscing
Yeah.
about, I
No,
guess,
those are, you can't buy those memories, man. You know what I mean? And the thing of it is, I guess in a circumstance like that, you kind of knew. Did you know when you were in it, what you were doing? You know what I mean? Like, like you look back at it now and you realize how lucky you were. Like when you were in it then, did you realize it's like, this is crazy what I'm getting to do, or you was just doing your thing as a kid?
No, I mean, the job fell in my lap. Basically what happened was Jim Pickard was the equipment manager, and he had a part, my friend Chucky, his house had like an attached apartment, and I guess Jimmy lived in that place, and then Chucky had the job, and he was going into the Army, and they offered his brother the job, and his brother didn't want to do it, and so they asked me, hey, what about you? Do you want to
Yeah.
want to help out? Basically, I was a glorified gopher. So,
Right.
In those days, they didn't call them equipment managers. They called them stick boys.
Right.
So what I was responsible for doing was, like, for instance, I worked a lot of the practices, because again, 16 years old and I'm going to school, and, just, got my license and whatnot. And so I would get, like, for instance, for games, I'd get to the arena like 3:00, and I'd cut oranges, like a lot of oranges. Okay. And I'd throw them in a bucket. And then I would take the pucks out of the closet and put the pucks on ice.
Right.
Those were a couple of things. Lay out all the equipment.
Right.
Like, OCD, has to be in
Right.
certain, some players were really funny about their stuff. And then, like, after the game, it was cleanup,
Right.
because they made a mess, tape all over the floor and
Yeah.
stuff. And back then it was cigarette butts and whatnot. And then laundry,
Right.
washing the jerseys and stuff. So, I didn't get paid much, $50, I think I got paid for games and whatnot, but I had just, like, again, memories. Oh,
Yeah.
and free equipment.
Yeah, free equipment. Right.
Now the best was, I played roller hockey like regularly with a group of guys, and instead of going out and buying those Milac plastic, plastic blade, that you screwed on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But what happened was, if a player broke a stick during practice or whatnot, and it wasn't like the blade was shattered, maybe there was a crack in the shaft.
Right.
With sticks back then. Well, I had a method of repairing them.
Oh.
And that would be, I mixed epoxy glue, put them in the cracks.
Right.
And then I would put the stick in a vise, and the glue would put the stick back together pretty much. And then I would take filament tape and wrap the filament tape, and I had basically a brand new Coho hockey stick. So,
wow.
I had a bunch, and, I used to give friends and whatnot, and they were pro,
Yeah. Yeah.
they were, let's say, Denny Potvin sticks or Bob Nystrom sticks or whatever.
Right.
So, yeah. So, but the memories, I was there for, like, the dynasty before the dynasty became the dynasty.
Exactly.
In fact, I was already off to college, by the time they won the cup in '80, but I was in, luckily I had graduated, and I'll never forget. It was like I saw the Grateful Dead, and like a couple of days later, I was there for Bob Nystrom's overtime win, and got to sip from the cup.
Nice.
And I got pictures.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, don't know where they are.
They're
They're
somewhere.
probably with the tens of thousands of pictures I have of my kids and whatnot. I really should have taken, I have 2 sleeves of pictures. And I should have put them in the safety deposit box.
Yeah, that's how
But I have the memories, and to be part of it. And that's why I always, look at this team with Barkov, Huberdeau, Ekblad, the core guys, and see, like, it reminds me of how it was
Right.
before now the Islanders went through some, they went through some ups and some downs before they actually won the cup.
Yeah.
They beat the Rangers at the Garden in 75, and then they went to play the Flyers, and they had to bring, and we went toe to toe with them. They had to bring Kate Smith out to sing "God Bless America," which was always a
Right.
like a good omen for the Flyers, and the Flyers beat us. So, and then we lost to Toronto in the quarterfinals in a series we should have won. And then the Rangers beat us in 79, which actually should have been, the first cup should have been in 79, because we still had the, that talk about offensive juggernaut, Gillies, Trottier, and Bossy.
Right.
With Poffin on the back line. Boy, that was some line. But I guess everything worked out. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So I was thinking about, 67 years old, man. That's 3 years older than me. It's like too young, man. What the hell?
That's young. That's definitely young. But on the flip side of that, he lived. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, no doubt there.
Like don't forget, in those days, no helmets.
Right.
Well, at least some of these guys, Bossy wore a helmet, but Gillies, a lot of these players were vain. And I said, Gillies was a man's man. He was a rugged, Western Canada cowboy, good looking guy. And just
no, I
really sad. That's all I'll say on that. So
all right, well, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. We got more where that's from. We got more.
Yeah, we haven't done our
don't tell them. We'll do it.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it. I haven't forgotten about it. It's just so that's a little teaser. That worked out perfect. All right, guys, we appreciate all the support. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. I'm going live 1 hour before the game.
Don't rush. Listen, hit the like button.
Hit the like button.
Just do it.
I'm hungry. I want to go eat my breakfast. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
It helps Eric.
I'll say it 3 times fast.
It helps Eric with his channel.
Yeah.
And the 4 cents a video that he's making. But
no, hold on a second. No, it's about $1 or $2 a video. It's about $1 or $2.
I just want to see. Listen, I want to see that you guys are enjoying the content.
Yeah.
I really enjoy doing these.
Yeah. No, it was,
and obviously it's a lot of fun when.
Well, when we're 10-1-1 in the last 12,
when it's after a win, and so hopefully you guys, like I said, hopefully you guys are liking the videos, and and just comment.
Yeah, no, comments actually help the algorithm too. So, all right, guys, we will see you on Monday morning after Sunday afternoon. I'll be back Sunday 1 hour before the game with the live stream and then the recap afterwards. And now I'm going back to sleep.